ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्रीतुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्रीतुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. We saw how beautifully Tulsidas ji presented the most wonderful aspects of one side lust, infatuation, drama, on the other side vairagya, dharma and man of perfection. Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji proceeded further, and now you will find another beautiful prasanga. We will see in the 39th Chaupai, which we will read. गुणातीत सचराचर स्वामी राम उमा सब अंतर जामी कामिन कै दीनता दिखाई धीरन के मन बिरति दृढ़ाई क्रोध मनोज लोभ मद माया छूट ही सकल राम की दाया सो नर इंद्र जाल नहीं भूला जा पर होई सो नट अनुकूला उमा कहूँ मैं अनुभव अपना सत हरि भजनु जगत सब सपना पुनि प्रभु गए सरोवर तीरा पंपा नाम सुभग गंभीरा संत हृदय जस निर्मल बारी बांधे घाट मनोहर चारी जहाँ तहाँ पियहि विविध मृगनीरा जनु उदार गृह जाचक बीरा पुरैनी सघन ओट जल बेगिन पाइय मर्म माया छन्नन देखिए जैसे निर्गुण ब्रह्म सुखी मीन सब एक रस अति अगाध जल माही जथा धर्मशीलन के दिन सुख संजुत जाहि सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। A beautiful conversation between Bhagavan Shivji and Umaji, where the Vakta is Shivji. Shivji says, Uma, Rama Gunatita Sacharachara Swami. Hey Uma, Rama is Gunatita, the one who is beyond all the three gunas of the worldly gunas of sattva, rajas and tamas, worldly qualities. Sabha antarjami, he is a very inner being of everybody. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. Krishna advised Arjuna, we saw this earlier also. One has to go beyond the three gunas and experience that Brahmatvam. And that Rama is. Kamina kai dinata dekhai धीरन के मन बिरति दृढ़ाई. He says, Bhagavan demonstrated what? The miserable plight of earthly lovers. Lovers meaning what? People who are totally into samsara, who are worldly in nature. What are all the miserable plight they go through? It is demonstrated. We want to just tell, inform people, this is how you all are. At the same time, strengthened dispassion in the mind of the wise. Wise people, when they see all this happening, dispassion, vairagyam becomes stronger and stronger. To demonstrate these two, Bhagavan went through all these. Krodha manoja lobha madamaya chuta hi sakala Rama ki daya. Because of the grace and blessings of Rama, krodha, anger, manoja, lust, lobha, greed, mada, pride, arrogance, maya, delusion, chutahi, it will just disappear. Sakala, everything, not partially, everything it will get falsified. Rama ki daya, due to the grace and blessings of Rama. Sonara Indrajala nahi bhula. Japara hoi so nata anukula. Indrajala, this Maya Jala. We have, what is a Bengali person? PC Sarkar. And then I think his son also continued, BN Sarkar. So all Maya Jala. We also find in our own town or city also, at the road corner in a junction, you will always find two people, with a cap and big cap and then dressed like a magician and then with some drum bring people and then show lot of Maya Jala. And then he will take one cloth and then he will show like that. Suddenly he will bring the cloth like that, it will become a bird. And then he will call that little boy who is with him all the time, come here. And then he'll pull that ear and he'll catch his ear. And he'll turn that ear, money will fall. He'll say, sneeze, money will fall. Oh, all that he will do. People are all very happy. Oh God, what beautiful, wonderful. He's bringing money also. All that he will do. At the end of the game, he will remove his cat and then, sir, de dijiye, sir, kodi, sir. If he has got that ability to bring money, why should he beg at the end? Think. We get into all this wrong Maya Jala. But the one who understands the Maya Jala. Now see, the man who conducts magic show, people will be very delighted. People will be very fascinated. But the one who is along with him, that boy, he knows all the tricks. So he will not get fascinated. Why? He knows after the show is over, he'll go and beg money only. Think. Similarly, this Maya Jala which is seen, this wonderful, so-called beautiful, fascinating world of things and beings, very, very fascinating. The one who understands this Maya, which is delusion, which is a projection of the mind, who understands the truth behind the projection, and one who understands without the presence of the truth, this cannot be possible. The one who understands that doesn't get fascinated by the Maya Jala. Just as the boy who was with that magician, he is not fascinated. Why? He knows all the trick. In fact, if the magician falls sick or something, the boy can do all the magic. He knows. Therefore, he doesn't feel delighted or inspired by all that magic what the magician does. Similarly, Japara hoi so nata anukula, he is not deluded. Uma kahavu मैं अनुभव अपना सत हरि भजनु जगत सब सपना. A very, very beautiful chaupai. One has to give a little importance here. Uma, hey Uma, kahavu मैं, I will now tell you, anubhava apana, my own experience, my own realization. Uma, listen carefully. I am going to tell you my experience. What is that? Satahari bhajanu jagata sabha sapana. He says, the only real thing in this world is Sata. Sata means truth. Hari bhajanu. The only real thing is the worship of Hari. And here it is Ramchandra ji. And Ramchandra ji alone is, deserves rather. Ramchandra ji alone deserves to be worshipped. Now this bhajana has got very many meaning. One is of course, bhajana is singing all bhajans. Second is worship. Third is seva, that is also bhajana. And fourth is knowledge of the Supreme. And then accepting the knowledge, I abide by the knowledge, that is also a kind of worship. Therefore, bhajana has got lot of meanings. So, Sata, the truth is Hari Bhajanu, Jagata Sabasapana, all the dream of this whole world can really be removed and one can gain the real truth of the very essence of this world. And that is why, Shankaracharya said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. 3 times, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudhamate. Why? First Bhaja Govindam implies to the physical body, whereby physical worship is indicated, Govindam Bhaja. Second one is the mind, the emotional personality of ourselves, that is the heart. Love Govinda. Nothing and nobody in this world is worthy of that love. Therefore, don't love all these petty things and beings of life. Love Govinda. Bhaja Govindam. And the third one, Bhaja Govindam, is He Mudhamate. Understand the truth behind Govinda, which is the supreme reality. Come to understand that supreme reality alone is in you. In fact, you alone are the supreme reality minus your identity with the body, mind and intellect. Sharira mana buddhi chitta ahankara vyatirikta vastu. That which is beyond all these things, because of which all these can play, without which none of them exist. That supreme truth, Tattvamasi, you are the truth. As long as we have identity with the body, as long as we have identity with the ego, the truth in us can never be realized. Why? It is completely covered by Maya. Think. How beautiful. Puni Prabhu Gaye Sarobar Tira Pampa Nama Subhaga Gambira. After that, Lord then moved towards the towards the shore of that deep lake, very beautiful lake which was there, known by the name Pampa Nama Subhaga Gambira. It was named as Pampa, and it was so beautiful. Santa Hridaya Jasa Nirmala Bari. The water in that lake, Pampa, was so transparent, clean and clear. How? Like the hearts of saints and sages. The purity of a saint is much greater than the innocence of a child, it is said. I read this somewhere by one commentator. He says, purity of the heart of saints and sages is much greater than the innocence of the child, it seems. Very many people may contradict or have objection to it. Those people are thinking of the pseudo saints. We are talking of the pure saints. So, the pure heart of the saints are much, much greater. That is what he says. Bandhe Gata Manoharachari. And it was so charming at all the 4 sides, 4 directions of that lake. There was Gata, meaning beautiful steps were made, so that people could come and sit and enjoy the beautiful lake. Maybe take bath there also. Now these days we should not allow, because people do dirty it so much. Throw all unwanted plastic, etc., and make a place a hell. Please, whenever you go to Tirtha Sthala, please maintain the sanctity of that place. Maintain the cleanliness of this place. Please experience Bhagavan's presence. That is the reason why you have also gone there, is it not? We go to Haridwar, we go to Rishikesh, we go to Pampa, we go to so many places. But how unintelligently, I can't use right words, dirty the place. go to what happened? Let the government clean. Why are they? We are paying tax. All these stupid things people talk. Please don't dirty. Keep the place clean. Coming back, Bandhe Ghata Manoharachari. It's a beautiful steps were constructed. Constructed meaning what? It was just made with the mud only. Those days, physical construction might not have been there. But then it was beautifully kept clean and neat. Jahataha piyahi bibidha mriganira, where all kinds of animals and birds and everything would come there and drink that wonderful pure water. Janudara griha jachaka bira. And there was, wherever there is some great donor, here is a person who is a very wealthy man. At the same time, he also donates liberally. These days, those things are not seen. Of course, we do have people. But those days, great people who had a lot of money would donate liberally. And therefore, all the yachakas, Janu Udara Griha Jachaka Bhira, wherever you find some great donor, it need not be always beggars, even otherwise people who seek money for donation to conduct some program, etc., etc., all of them will go towards him. Like that, all the animals and birds came to that lake for enjoying that pure water. Paraini Saghana Ota Jala Begina Paiya Marma. It was that complete water were fully covered by what? By the leaves of the lotus. The lotus leaves you might have seen, very broad and very beautiful leaves. They completely covered the lake that the water was not at all seen. Maya chanane dekhiye jaise nirguna Brahma. Just as nirguna Brahma is completely covered by Maya. The Nirguna Brahma, which we actually are, is completely covered by the Maya. A delusion that I am belonging to this body, mind and intellect. This Ahankara. Sukhi meenara saba ekarasa ati agadha jalamahi. The fish, the plural of fish is fishes. Actually, I just went through, I found fishes is not, though they use fishes, it is for varieties of that species of fish. Various types of fish put together is called fishes. If it is single variety, it is not called as fishes, it is called fish only. Group of fish only, you can say. But fishes, we may say, a variety of fishes. And in the deep, lake, there are so beautiful fishes which has taken that lake as the abode. Jatha dharma silana kedina sukha sanjuta jahi. As the virtuous people live in this world very peacefully. Virtuous people live peacefully because they have nothing to hide. Whereas people who don't follow dharma, they have to hide, they have to take care, and they are always, in fear. Isn't it? People who are following adharma, those people have to take a lot of care because they are always afraid of that their falsehood might be seen. Whereas the people who are truthful, who are simple, who are genuine, virtuous, dharmic, those people need not worry of anything in the world. They can be peaceful. Similarly, in that lake, people can be extremely peaceful. Continuing. Bikase sarasi janana ranga madhura mukhara gunjata bahu bringa bolat jala kukkuta kalahamsa prabhu biloki janu karata prasamsa चक्रवाक बक खग समुदायी, देखत बनई बरनी नहीं जाई, सुंदर खग गन गिरा सुहाई, जात पथिक जनु लेत बोलाई, ताल समीप मुनि न गृह छाये, चहुदिश कानन बिटप सुहाये, चंपक बकुल कदम्ब तमाला, पाटल पनस परासर साला, नव पल्लव कुसुमित तरुनाना, चंचरी कपटली करगाना, शीतल मंद सुगंध सुभावु, संतत बहई मनोहर बावु, कुहू कुहू कोकिल धुनि करही, सुनिरव सरस ध्यान मुनि टरही, फल भारन नमि बिटप सब, रहे भूमि नियराई, पर उपकारी पुरुष जिमी, नवहि सुसंपति पाई, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. A very beautiful description is given in that lake. Bikase sarasija nana ranga. Lot of sarasija means lotuses. Varieties of lotuses, very nana ranga, colorful lotuses, beautifully had opened their petals. Madhura mukhara gunjata bahu bringa, swarms of bees, all of them swiftly they would come there. They hummed and sang their own way of songs, and then they would enjoy the nectar from that lotuses. Bolata jala kukkuta kalahamsa, prabhu biloki janu karata prasansa. Swans and all the other water based worms and animals, etc., they all would come and make their own sweet noises. And Prabhu Biloke Janu Karata Prasansa, the moment they saw Ramchandra is there, everybody wanted to come again and again. Everybody, even we also do know, when some very important people come and you happen to go there, then you want to show your talent. Is it not? Everybody want to, we have seen it whenever acharyas, elderly acharyas, higher acharyas, when they come, and then everybody want to come, they'll come well decked up and sit, and when they are singing bhajans in a group, everybody wants to be noticed. Similarly, the bees and all those, flies and even small little flies wants Ramchandraji's attention. So they would go here and there and sing their songs, and that was something like, they were all singing the praises of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Chakravaka baka khaga samudayi, birds like Chakravaka, then the crane bird, and all those, the families, all their families and things like that. Dekhata banai barani nahi jai. It was so beautiful, you can't express it. Barani na jai. Sundara khaga ganagira suhai. Voice of beautiful birds was so captivating. Jata pathika janu leta balai. It seems all of them were inviting all the travelers. Whoever traveled, they were so beautiful, their voice was so good. That sound, that chirping of the birds, it was so attractive. It is as though they are advertising, hey, come here, come here, come here. Bhagavan is here only. Come, come, come. Like how the chaiwalas call us, chai vano, chai, 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 like that. The birds and the bees and they are attracting all the travelers who are going and say, come, 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 Bhagavan is here, come, come, come. They were all attracting. Tala Samipa Munina Griha Chaye. And by this lakeside, all the hermits, sages and saints, they started erecting their kutira, ashramas with the attached roof and things. They started, cottages there. Chahudisi kanana bita pasuhaye. And all around beautiful forests, beautiful trees and plants and creepers started growing. Champaka bakula kadamba tamala patala panasa parasa rasala. All these types. Now I am not going to give you the translation of everything. Trees like champaka, bakula, kadamba, tamala, patala, panasa, parasa, rasala, all these trees started growing everywhere. Navapallava kusumit tarnana. And so many varieties, and that too with what? Navapallava. Fresh leaves started growing. You see, when you see the fresh leaves, some of them, the color changes. When it is fresh, it will be some brownish and maroonish and things like that. Later, when they grow bigger, then they become greenish in color. Now, those sprouts, the first, small sprouts, they are so beautiful. Chanchari kapatali karagana. And the flowers blossomed, swarms of bees coming there to enjoy the nectar, and then with that humming sound, Sitala Manda Sugandha Subhavu, a delightful, soft and naturally cool and very fragrant Sugandha. Manda means soft. Sugandha, fragrant. Subhavu, Sitala, naturally cool. Santata Bahai Manohara Bavu. It was so gentle and it was such a good feeling. And if it was, giving so much of joy, you feel when you breathe. The very breath gave you such beautiful experience. Kuhu, kuhu. There was one song also. I don't know the song. Kuhu, kuhu, kokila dhuni karahi. The cuckoos, they beautifully started singing. Suniravasarasa dhyana muni tarai. Listening to that, even the meditation would get disturbed. For whom? For the hermits. When they sit for meditation, those cuckoo birds, the way they sing, they would get attracted, and the meditation also might get distracted. Phala bharananami bitapa saba rahe bhumi niyarai. And the trees, because of the amount of fruits they started giving, everything responded to the presence of Bhagavan. And therefore, the fruits, and everybody know, Bhagavan would only take kandamula phala. Therefore, the trees gave lots of fruits and they started bending down for two reasons. One, because of their own weight. Two, to help Bhagavan, Lakshmanji, Sitaji to pluck the fruits comfortably without worrying how to climb. So it was so beautiful. Paraupakari Purushajimi Navahi Susampati Pai. Paraupakari Purushajimi. That beautiful person who would always help becomes more and more humble, more and more simple, and he would only, increase his fortune. A wonderful fortune. Who is dharmic and paraupakari. In fact, it is said, Paropakarartham idam shariram. This sharira is meant only to help others, not to acquire, possess, indulge, embrace, enjoy things and beings of the world. It is meant for other people. Therefore, Navahi Susampati Pai. Continuing, देखि राम अति रुचिर तलावा मज्जनु कीन परम सुख पावा देखी सुंदर तरुबर छाया बैठे अनुज सहित रघुराया तह पुनि सकल देव मुनि आये स्तुति करि निज धाम सिधाई बैठे परम प्रसन्न कृपाला कहत अनुज सन कथा रसाला बिरहवंत भगवंत ही देखी नारद मन भासोच विशेषी मोर साप करि अंगीकारा सहत राम नाना दुख भारा ऐसे प्रभु ही बिलोक उजाई पुनि न बनी अस अवसरु आई यह बिचारी नारद कर बीना गए जहाँ प्रभु सुख आसीना गावत रामचरित मृदुबानी प्रेम सहित बहु भांति बखानी करत दंडवत लिए उठाई राखे बहुत बार उरलाई स्वागत पूछि निकट बैठारे लक्ष्मण सादर चरण पखारे नाना विधि विनती करी प्रभु प्रसन्न जिय जानी नारद बोले बचन तब जोरी सरोरुह पानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। देखि राम अति रुचिर तलावा। When Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji saw this most beautiful lake, Majjanukin, he went and dipped himself into that lake. He took bath. Paramasukha Pava, he became extremely delightful. He has walked a long distance and it will be tired. There might be sweat and things like that. So naturally, when you walk, when you trek and things like that, you go immediately, you find some lake or you go and take bath there. You become so fresh, so inspiring, so delightful, and he was so refreshed. देखी सुंदर तरुबर छाया बैठे अनुज सहित रघुराया. He saw a very beautiful, maybe a banyan tree, along with Lakshmanji. He went and he sat down and enjoyed that beautiful shade. Taha puni sakala deva muni aaye. When they sat there, immediately all the munis and saints and sages, all of them who were there, they started coming there. Astuti kari, they praised Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, and then Nijadama Siddhaye, and praised them, sang the Bhagavan's glory, and then Nijadama Siddhaye, they went back. So now, wherever Ramchandra ji goes, people cannot stop coming. That was a experience of Ramchandra ji also now. Baithe parama prasanna kripala kahata nujasan katha rasala. They came and went. They allowed Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji to be in his own way. And then Ramchandra ji would speak to Lakshman ji and talk to him some delightful topics, some legendary stories, katha rasala. Birahavanta Bhagavanta Hideki. Narada Manabha Sochi Biseshi. See, Narada, he has seen earlier when Bhagavan was traveling. Narada also is a traveler everywhere. Akashava Marga, he would travel. And then he has seen Bhagavanta worried about Sita ji, where she has gone, calling for her. All that he must have seen. So when he saw Bhagavan suffering because of the separation from Sita ji, Narada Manabhasocha Viseshi. Bhagavan Narad ji felt very perturbed at heart. Why? You must have, you may remember in Balakanda we had seen that Narada thought he was the greatest devotee and then he was tested, isn't it? He thought he is beyond Maya, he has won over Maya, and then Bhagavan said, go and bring water from the river there. When he went, he saw one lady and she, all that story we saw. And finally, when he said, no, it was only to test you, Narada got very, very angry and he gave shapa to Bhagavan only. When you come as a Nara avatar, you will also have the pangs of separation from your wife and you will, all that. That is coming in. Now Naraji thinks, it is all because of my shapa it is happening. Therefore he felt very socha viseshi, he felt very guilty. Mora sapakari angikara sahata ramana dukha bhara. It is because of my curse. Therefore, Lord is undergoing all these hardships only because of my foolish, curse. Aise Prabhu hi bilo kavujai. Let me therefore now go to the Lord and submit myself and apologize for what I have done and ask his pardon for my unintelligent way of, cursing. So, Punina Banihi asa avasaru ai. Now one more opportunity has come to go to Bhagavan. When there is an opportunity, if I don't grab that, I may never get another opportunity. Puni na banihi asa. Again I will never get this opportunity. Therefore, yaha bichari Narada karabina. Reflecting thus, thinking about like that, Narada came to the Lord. And he had his tanpura in his hand. Gaye jaha prabhu sukha asina. He went to Bhagavan and Bhagavan was very peacefully. Sukha asina. He was sitting very comfortably. Gavata Ramacharita Mridubani. And while going, he started singing. He is a great Sangita Vidwan. Therefore, he was singing the glory of the Lord. All the Leelas of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. Prema Sahita Bahubhati Bakani. And with lot of love, he sang the glory of Bhagavan. In detail, he talked about all his Leelas. Karata Dandavataliye Uthai. He went there and fell Dirgha Danda Pranama at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji. And Ramchandra ji would not allow him to do. He caught hold of him, lifted him. And then Rakhe Bahuta Bhara Uralai. He embraced Narada and he was like that for a long time. Only to comfort Narada that don't worry, that is all my plan only, that he may not have told, but he hugged him for a long period of time. Swagata Puchi Nikata Baitari, he invited him, welcomed him, made him sit next to him. And then Kushala Vichara, he asked him, how is everything, what's happening, what are the latest news. Lachimana Sadara Charana Pakare. And Lakshmanji, he also came. He sat down next to Naradji and he started massaging Naradji's feet. This was to very beautifully describe, to present to Narada, don't worry, we are not affected because of your shapa and things like that. It is all our play only. We are fine. How wonderful. Nana bidhi binati kari prabhu prasanna jiya jani. After a lot of supplication, surrendering, namaskara, etc., Lord was very, very pleased. Naradji understood that Bhagavan was very peaceful, Bhagavan was very happy, and he was also delighted having Narada along with him. नारद बोले बचन तब जोरी सरोरुह पानी. He folded his hands and then Narad ji now speaks to Ramchandra ji. Such a beautiful prasanga. We will take it up tomorrow. All right. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.